camera course correction for last, because it's the most nuanced. On the surface, it seemed like a dream come true when I first saw the spec sheet. Google decided to ditch the telephoto camera for a wide angle? Sweet, it's about time. Sadly, though, a closer look at the optics reveals that, kind of like the Sage colorway, this wide angle is only sorta, with a field of view of just 107 degrees. Sure, it's wider than the primary camera, but compare it with the over 120 degrees of most smartphones, and you'll definitely notice that you capture significantly less of the subject in the frame. And Google compounds this downgrade by also shrinking the selfie camera to 84 degrees, down from 90 degrees on last year's Pixel, which itself was down from 97 degrees on the Pixel 3. Now you could just say, buy a selfie stick, which, fair, I have one, obviously, they're useful. But I used to be able to say, oh, I have a Pixel, I don't need one. And it's a shame to see Google surrender that little bit of selfie standoutery. I asked Google for comment on this, and it justified its decision for the back cameras by saying that a 107-degree lens allows them to apply correction more consistently, which means if you have faces in your wide-angle shot, they'll come out a little better. Okay, or you could just use the main camera, but I getcha. As for the front, well, this is a punch hole display. Google said it wanted to make as small a punch-out as possible, and a wider-angle selfie camera would have required a wider diameter porthole. Fortunately, the Pixel 5 does compensate for those drawbacks with this wizard magic. We've all seen the portrait lighting Apple pioneered a few iPhones ago, but so far no phone camera I've seen has let you steer that virtual lighting just by moving your finger on the screen. This is part of a redesigned Google Photos suite and camera viewfinder that also lets you combine night sight with portrait mode, though, well, as you can see, even on a Pixel, faking a bokeh and separating foreground from background is not that easy. I mean, just compare that struggling result with this shot, taken in night mode but without any fake portrait mode business, on Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. You'll see why my friend David Amell pointed out in his review that the primary Pixel camera hasn't changed much in 5 generations. I mean, if the Pixel 6 launches without some serious upgrades to the optics, Google's reputation for having the go-to still photography smartphone may well buckle. For now, the combination of fast viewfinder and consistent processing mean that in almost every situation I'm in, even if I only have a quick second to snap the shot, I can usually get a superior version of the photo I'm trying to take than I could with almost any other phone. Taken together with the astrophotography mode that still blew me away as recently as my Pixel 4a review, and these new video stabilization modes, well, they give me hope that when Google does update the Pixel camera hardware, the software will be ready to take full advantage of it.